Riley, thank you for joining us. Just want to start by asking you how you view your career to date and how proud you are to be where you are right now.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a good question. I think it's a difficult question to answer, I think, as a player when you're in your career. But if I was to look back now and I was to stop my career right now, I think I'd be extremely proud of what I've achieved. As I said, it's kind of hard to see it when you're in it, but to play at the level here in Middlesbrough and to be striving for promotion and towards the top end of the league, and then also on an international level, caps for my country, World Cup. I think an overseas career outside of Australia, it's the goal and the aim for most young players, men and women, growing up, is to pave your way and do well in Australia, and then kind of get out there and explore overseas opportunities. And for me to be able to do that, I think myself and my family and those around me are extremely proud. And yeah, I'll look back on it when I'm done in my career with great memories for sure.
And how early was it that you sort of had that dream, that you realised that you had the talent to be able to do what you're doing now?
It wasn't as early as I probably would have hoped. I think when I was younger, I was about maybe 15, 16, and I thought, if I haven't made it by now into a kind of professional first team environment, then I was never going to make it. And I actually started working as like a furniture removalist, and did a weekend moving furniture, and then after that weekend I actually got a call from the club to then sign a professional contract. So it worked out quite well, and yeah, as I said, there was a point where I thought maybe I wasn't going to make it, but around 15, 16 I think it was that I took that step.
Was football a big part of your upbringing in Australia? Was it from an early age?
To be honest, not really. It's not kind of the most popular sport in terms of younger men. AFL, Australian rules football, and rugby are probably the two most popular, and football or soccer is quite looked down on. But I kind of embraced that and I enjoyed that, and to be honest, it probably helped me take my mind off football and not take it so seriously and just enjoy football for what it was as a youngster. And I still try and hang on to that to this day.
What are your first sort of memories of sort of kicking the ball about? How old would you have been, would you say?
I think I started when I was probably 4, but I don't remember that long ago. I just remember going to games, and my dad, who knew nothing about football, was always on the sideline. He played Australian rules football, but he was always on the sideline screaming just for me to run and work hard. And they're probably the things I remember, and as I said before, they're probably things that I definitely still hold with me today.
And those other sports, did you have the chance to play them at all? Did you dabble in them a little bit?
Played a bit of cricket when I was younger, to a decent level, but it kind of come to a crossroads where I had to choose cricket or football, and it was a bit of a no-brainer for me, and I'm glad I chose the right one.
And you got your big break with Adelaide United, didn't you? Can you just talk through kind of your journey from there and how you got to where you are now?
Yeah, I think so. As I said before about I was obviously doing furniture removalist out of a warehouse, and then I got offered my professional contract, and then that season I did a bit of training with the first team, and they actually won the league that year. I might have played one game, I think. I made my debut that year, played one game. And then the season after that went into pre-season, and started pretty well, was doing all right for a year. I think I was 17, doing all right. And a few of the players in my position got injured, and they threw me in. I had, it was Guillermo, who was an ex-Barcelona legend. He threw me in and trusted me. And I kind of did all right, and from then on I played from Adelaide, then spent a season there, went over to Club Bruges, signed a 4-year deal, and then kind of found it hard to settle a little bit. And after 6 months, jumped around a few loans. Adelaide brought me back on a transfer, spent one more season in Adelaide, did all right, did decent, and then it was a bit of a weird one how it worked. So I went, Charlotte FC bought me. They weren't quite a franchise yet. They were 18 months out from starting in the competition. So then I went straight out on loan to Birmingham, spent 18 months on loan at Birmingham, got championship exposure in minutes, not expecting really much. I just kind of went there, fresh face, just wanted to attack the opportunity. I was grateful for whatever opportunity I got, and I got a little bit of an opportunity, a little bit of a sniff, and I knew it was there for me to take, and I did, and then I'm here now at this beautiful, lovely, massive club.
You said it didn't really work out, that first taste of European football at Club Brugge. Why do you feel that was, and did that give you even more determination to make it when you came back a second time?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was fresh 18 years old. I'd never lived out of home before. I'd lived in the same house for my whole life, from the age of 0 to 18. Parents were cooking for me, friends around me, so I was thrown into it a bit. I lived by myself, I had to cook by myself, and I just missed home. And I think it's not what I expected it to be, and I think as a young player, not many people can see that from the outside and understand what it can be like. They think it's this amazing lifestyle sometimes, but there is some stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people might not see. And for me, I struggled at that time, and I think for me to reset, go out on a few loans and then come back to Australia, and have a reset and have a season back home, then to make the step back over to Europe, I said to myself that I'm going to come now. I'm not going back. I want to stay here as long as I can and do well. And I think from that moment and from that point, I've definitely told myself this is how it is for now. This is home for me for now, and I'll make the most of it until the day I retire, and then I can go back and be around that comfort zone with family and friends.
I'm sure you'd say this is the best job in the world, but the amount of sacrifices that must be needed to get where you are now and to be away from your family for so long, that must be difficult to handle at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. I think all footballers make sacrifices, whether you're 24 hours away or you're half an hour away. I think it can be difficult at times. You know, you give up a lot of things that maybe your friends are doing and your family are doing, weekends out, nights out, whatever it might be when you're young and enjoying your teenage years. And it's a sacrifice that's all definitely worth it in the end. And it's not just the sacrifices that players make. I think it's the people around them, families, partners, kids even. It's extremely hard and it takes its toll, but as long as personally, I think as long as I make the most of it and the opportunities I have, then I can put my head on the pillow at night and know that I've done that.
You've been here for 3.5 years now. How do you reflect on that time? There's been a lot of ups and downs, I guess, through that period.
Yeah, it's been it's actually flown by, to be honest. I was actually speaking about this the other day with my girlfriend, how long we've been here. We're trying to figure it out, but yeah, it's been there's been a lot that's happened. I think I'm obviously on my third manager now, and we've reached some pretty good highs. We've made the playoffs one season, and we've had some good goes and some good gains, and we've had some good cup runs as well. It's not been all sunshine and rainbows though. It's obviously been hard for me with injuries, but I wouldn't, to be honest with you, I wouldn't change anything. Like the things that the hardships that I've been through make the minutes I play and the opportunities I get even more worth it. So I look back on it with great honour, and I'm proud to be here and be a part of this, and I hope we can continue to make great memories going forward.
You touched on the frustrations there over the last couple of years, some of the injuries that you've had to deal with. Can you just describe how difficult that's been for you and how determined you've been to kind of get back?
Yeah, I think injuries are a funny one. Everyone deals with them a bit differently, and when I was younger in my career growing up, I never really had injuries, so I didn't really, not respect them, but I didn't really know what they were about. And people would talk about injury, muscle injury this, muscle injury that, and I was zoned out to it and I didn't really realise what it entailed. But for me, yeah, I've obviously had a few, and I've been out for an extended period of time, and I think I've learned a lot about myself off the pitch. It's mentally probably harder than physically, coming back from an injury and just navigating an injury. And I think I've become more mature, and I work day in, day out, and the things I put my body through just to be able to, as I said, put my head on the pillow at night and know that I give everything and I've made the most of my opportunity. Is all that I can do, and yeah, I think it's just about being relentless, being professional, which is definitely something that I've become more of. I feel like I do everything I can every day to be fit, to be able to be available for 1 minute of football, and I know in myself that I do that. The people around me know that, so that's kind of the main thing I can do, and the only thing I can really do is control what I can control and let the rest be what it'll be. Just
to give everyone an insight as well, how much work goes into it on a daily basis for yourself? Because I know you're one of the first ones into the training ground, one of the last to leave as well. How does a typical day look for you? Yeah,
so I like to get in pretty early. I like to eat my breakfast. Me and Tommy Glover usually go in around the same time, and then I'm either in the gym, on the treatment bed, getting my body ready, getting my body right, going through all the routines that I have to be able to go on the training pitch and give my best and feel as strong and as ready and as powerful as I can, and I think it's a journey, and for me now I'm still kind of building from where I have been and from where I want to be. And I'll continue to build until, I mean, I'll probably never get where I want to be. I always want to be stronger. I always want to be better footballer, stronger body, fitter body, everything. So it's kind of a daily battle, and it's all about growing for me and improving, both on and off the pitch for sure.
In those times when you have been injured, how important has it been to have a good support network around you as well, and have the support of your teammates too?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's sometimes when you're injured, you're on a bit of a different time schedule to the players, and there's some weeks where you might not even see specific players or certain coaches. So it can be hard, but when you do kind of see them in and around the building, you still kind of feel part of the group, and they make you feel part of the group. And I think for me personally, the less I worry about the injury or let it get to my head and just kind of focus on what I can actually control in the moment and the people around me and the environment in which I'm in, is the main thing. But it's not just obviously the people at the training ground, it's my partner at home, it's my family on the other side of the world. They all really help me keep my head where it should be, and I've learnt that. I've been injured a little bit over an extended period of time, so I've learnt how to do it, I think, now, and I feel like whatever comes my way, I can manage it with my head held high.
You mentioned earlier that you've learned a lot about yourself over these last couple of years. What would the key things be, would you say, that you have learned?
I think the main thing is not thinking too far ahead. I've spoken a lot about controlling what I can control and kind of trying to be as present as possible. Right now, if I was injured right now, touch wood, but if I was injured right now, I can't affect what would happen in 4 weeks, or if a physio tells me I'm going to be back in 4 weeks, I can't know that for sure. I've just got to kind of take it day by day, moment by moment, and it'll be what it'll be. And as long as I'm doing that, I can kind of have a little bit of sanity, I think.
And when you've been through something like that, does it give you even more kind of fire and determination to get every sort of ounce out of your career that you can? Yeah,
I think there definitely is. I've got a point to prove for myself, not just myself, but for my teammates, for the fans, for everyone involved in the club. I want to be fit, I want to be playing, I want to be contributing, I want to be winning, scoring, getting promoted, playing at the highest possible level that we can as a club. And every moment that I'm not able to contribute is a tough moment for me. So I do all I can every day, all day, every day. And I want to be out there just as much as anyone else wants to be out there. So yeah.
And you've had a really strong start to pre-season as well. How are you feeling physically at the moment?
Yeah, I feel strong. I feel like I've got a lot of trust in my body. I feel like I'm gradually getting back to where I have been in the past physically. And I think this is a really important time kind of in my career personally, but for the club too. I think we've got a great opportunity now with the new coaching staff in, and I think it's an opportunity to really push this season and show what we are capable as, because I think the quality in this squad and the size of this club and what we want to achieve all together with the fans, players, everyone, I think it can be a really special season this season for sure.
And you must have came into pre-season really buoyed after the qualifying for the World Cup with Australia. What was that experience like, and how proud were you to sort of reach that goal?
Yeah, it was awesome. We did it automatically, which I don't think we've done for the last 12 years. I think the first time I was involved in a qualification campaign and we did it, I didn't actually play that much as well, so it was a little bit different. You kind of see it from afar a little bit, from the bench or from an outside kind of point of view, but being involved in it is definitely a little bit more special. And being able to play and represent your country is kind of hard to describe. It's a feeling that if you get it and you have the opportunity to get it, it's really kind of surreal and extremely proud seeing, your fellow countrymen in the crowd and then beside you and family and friends and whatnot. So yeah, it was awesome to be able to do that automatically, and I think as a country we're progressing, and hopefully many more exciting times to come.
I'm sure you'd be very excited about the World Cup next summer, of course, but for now your full focus will be here. How have you found this week out in Portugal? It's been an important week to kind of get everyone together and sort of gelling again. Yeah,
definitely. I think these kind of pre-season camps are crucial because players are in and around and exposed to each other every day. You've got 2 training sessions a day, you've got meal times, you spend pretty much every minute of the day together. Or when you're not together, you're sleeping. So I think the relationships you build are crucial, and not only with the players but with the coaching staff. They're going to figure out how we are as people, and we kind of figure out how they are as people and how they want to coach, and principles and kind of what they want to do and implement. And I think it's been great so far. We've worked hard, and we're learning every day and growing as a team and as a group for sure.
I'm sure anyone who's watched training will know how fiercely competitive you are in particular. Where does that come from, would you say, and has that always been part of your sort of makeup?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've always been quite competitive. I was a middle child. None of my older sister or younger brother never really were into sport, and I probably didn't have that competitiveness in my childhood. So maybe it's coming out now, and I'm more exposed to it now. So yeah, I just love to win, and I want to win regardless of who it's up against. I think if you're not winning or growing and learning at least, then what are you really doing?
A lot of hard work to come over the next 12 months or so, but if we were to sit down again in a year's time, what would success look like from your perspective, would you say?
I think as a collective and as a group, I think we're extremely ambitious. We want to be a Premier League team. That's the goal. That's the driving force. I think everyone in this league wants that, and I think it's quite a realistic goal for us, and one that we'll face with our head held high and with full steam ahead. And I think on a personal level, I just want to be better than I am now as a player, as a person. I think growth is for me the most important thing in life, and if I can grow 1% from this time now to a year's time, then I'll be proud of myself for that.
Just finally, if you were able to give one message to the fans in terms of what this club means to you and what they can expect from you over the next season, what would it be?
For me at the moment, I think I would say this club is like my home away from home. I think I've never felt as comfortable at a club, both on and off the pitch. Players, staff, fans, this for me really is my home away from home. So I thank you all, I love you all, and I'll continue to work extremely hard and put my best foot forward whenever possible, and wherever I am on that pitch, I'll be doing my best for sure.